Hey, what's going on, TSG? My name is David Larrabee, aka D-Lab, and welcome to the video. So, for those of you who don't recognize the name on the face, I've actually been here before. It's been quite a long time, a few years actually, since Thunder has let me on this channel. And speaking of that, Thunder, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. As a fellow Patriots fan, I appreciate this opportunity. You know, you're doing us a huge favor, all the small content creators. And we need it in these dark days of Call of Duty. So thanks, man. I really do appreciate it. So anyways, the gameplay is kill confirmed on the map Gunrunner. Actually, one of the better maps out of the 6v6 maps we got in this Call of Duty so far, which is honestly a joke. I mean, how do you release a Call of Duty with only 6v6 maps? I know they're more on the way. Saw a Reddit post today that with this new update that came out, or the patch, I should say, there was a lot of files found on the PC version where there's 38 maps incoming with a bunch of iconic names like Rust and Terminal, but we already knew all of that a while back. But there are a few more maps released with screenshots of the loading screen and whatnot. So there's a lot on the way, hopefully for the better, make the game better. And I think this game will get better, fellas. I know right now in its current state, it's tough, it's difficult, it's frustrating, but I'm telling you, if you just use the bullshit that you're sick of in this game against your opponents, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, you know, you'll have a much better time. Like in this gameplay here, I do pretty good. Kill Confirmed is one of my favorite game modes, and I was really excited when I saw in the patch notes that they added in this game mode. They actually added 2 game modes in. They added in the night vision goggle mode. You know, I'm not really a fan of that. I played about a match of that, and I was already over it. But Kill Confirmed, one of my favorite game modes, and as you can see, I'm running the 725 with the overkill perk. The Kilo 141, honestly, I personally like it more than the M4A1. Call me crazy, but it's just my opinion, you know, so take that for what it is. But what I really want to talk about here is an idea I had, or not an idea I had, but an idea I kind of agree with, and I wanted to run it by you guys, you know, since we all tend to agree with Thunder, more or less, about what he thinks, and I think Thunder would be with this, and if not, you know, he'll let me know. He'll put it in the comments or whatever. He'll tweet about it. So before I get into the patch notes and the update here, I want to talk about kill streaks, because in Kill Confirmed, what I really liked about it in previous games is, like, not only did you get points towards your score streaks by killing an opponent, but if you had the balls and you picked up your own death tag, or you picked up the death tag of somebody you killed, you got even more points. In this game, all you get is points towards, like, your XP. You don't get it towards a kill streak, and I just think that's wrong. I don't know why Infinity Ward touched things in this game, like stuff that didn't even have to get touched, like kill streaks. Like, why did we revert back to kill streaks? Who thinks that kill streaks are better than score streaks? Raise your hand. Exactly. That one weirdo in the back of the room raised his hand. Get out. Because personally, score streaks are better than kill streaks. Why? Because if I play the objective, I can get points for that. If I'm not doing so good in a certain game mode, I capture a flag in domination, I can get a UAV for my team and help out. You know, it just promotes not camping. Not to say that it would totally eliminate camping, but it's the small little things they've done in this game, opposed from the maps. The maps are unfixable. I don't think they're gonna fix them. They just need to add maps that are less campy, less camping promoting. I mean, this is not that bad of a map. It's not a huge offender. But it's just the small things that add up that make camping incredibly common in this game. And I really don't need to run down the list to tell you guys why that is. We all know why there's a lot of camping in this game. So, I mean, obviously, they're working on it. They have to work on it. They don't have a choice, because if they don't fix this game, they're gonna lose the player base. And you know they're thinking about adding in supply drops and whatnot into this game. You know it's coming, but they're not gonna make any money if nobody's playing the game. So they have no option but to fix the game, and I think they'll do it. I think they're about 2 to 3 good patches away from fixing the game. I know that's pretty optimistic, but that's really what I think is gonna happen. They're doing small fixes here and there, but here's the big idea on Reddit that I was reading about and I really agreed with when it comes to score streaks and kill streaks. So there is a perk in the slot 2 that makes kill streaks turn into score streaks. But that means you have to waste your second perk on that, which doesn't make any sense. A kill streak is supposed to be a reward. So you're going to be like, oh, well, there's hardline, and, you know, it's one less kill to get a kill streak. And yeah, I understand it. But hardline's been in every Call of Duty, more or less, from what I can remember, at least the ones I've played. So why don't we do this? Because we all want Dead Silence to be a perk. And if you don't want Dead Silence to be a perk, just click out of this video, dislike it, block me, leave. Dead Silence needs to be a perk. The footsteps in this game are unbelievable. And it blows my mind because in today's patch notes for 1.06, they said they addressed, it says footsteps, adjustments to tame the third person footsteps. They will now filter out based on occlusion more. I have no idea what that means. From playing the game today, footsteps are still unbelievably loud, so I don't really know what they fixed. So anyways, make Point Man a setting in the settings menu. So if you want a kill streak, you can have kill streaks. If you want score streaks, you can have score streaks. That way, you appeal to both crowds. And what are you breaking in the long run? Honestly, would that be game breaking? Is there something that would happen that I'm not thinking about that would cause an issue if we did that? If there is, please let me know in the comments below. But from my point of view, that seems like a pretty good idea. And like I said, all these ideas are not mine. I read about it and I've thought about aspects of this myself. But upon reading this post on Reddit, I was like, yeah, you know what? That's a really good idea. So, all right, now Point Man just becomes a setting. It's no longer a perk. Now we get rid of Dead Silence as a field upgrade. And then we can put it in as Point Man's we'll switch it out for Point Man. So instead of Point Man, you'll have Dead Silence. That'll be the last perk you unlock in slot 2, which you're like, oh my god, I don't like that. But it's going to be the most used perk in the game, so you might as well make it the last perk you get. Why would you do that? I don't really know, but they've always done that in Call of Duty, so I just feel like that's where it would belong. And I think more people would run that perk than Ghost. So, and if they fix the mini-map and we have score streaks, there'll be more UAVs in the air. There would be less camping and, you know what I mean? Less sound whoring, but less camping. And it just, in my mind, it just seems like such a good idea. Like, maybe it's not going to happen if they do that to, you know, it's not going to work the way I'm envisioning it. A lot of stuff like that never really does. But I'm telling you guys, we could grab a group of 5 of us out of the comments below, you know, put us in the conference room with Infinity Ward or Treyarch or one of these studios, Sledgehammer, and we could literally make the Call of Duty everyone's asking for. I mean, everyone's giving them feedback, and I know you can't listen to everyone in the crowd, and I know you can't please everyone, but just, I know Reddit is kind of just like an echo chamber of you know, the same ideas and complaints and whatnot. So you can't really take everything there as what the community as a whole wants. But I agree with a lot of stuff on Reddit, and a lot of stuff that I hear on Reddit is also echoed on social media, like other sites like Twitter and Facebook and even Instagram. So, and obviously here on YouTube, nobody's really liking the game. I'm not going to say everybody doesn't like the game, but a vast majority are just not having a good time, man. Like right here in this gameplay, I felt like I had to take a shower afterwards because I'm running around like with the most OP gun I've ever used in a Call of Duty. Maybe I lied. There's been a lot of OP guns. But this 725 is unbelievable. And I was actually having a good time. This guy on the other team, his name is Moist Dreams. I was chatting him up before the game. Seemed like a cool guy going back and forth, but I kept killing him. And he was raging. I was like, after the game, I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. Like, I was just having such a bad time in this game. I just had to get down and dirty. As you can see, I'm rocking the Kilo 141, which is actually the first assault rifle you get in the game. Most people run overkill with the 725 and the M4A1, but personally, I like the Kilo 141 more than the M4. You know, call me crazy. And I'm actually excited to get the M13. I picked that gun up a few times off of dead bodies. And I really like it. So I'm hoping when I unlock it, I still like it. You know this game is slow when a game mode like Kill Confirmed, which is supposed to be fast-paced, anti-campy. I mean, at least in this gameplay, it doesn't go to the time limit, but in a lot of the games I played, especially on Piccadilly, it's gotten, you know, right to the time limit. Like, I've seen games where we only got up to 30 kills. Like, the winning team only got 30 kills the whole game because of the camping. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for that. And Infinity Ward knows. They have to know. Whether or not they play tested the game is pretty apparent. Obviously they didn't, but they get so much feedback now. It'd be tough for them to fuck it up even more. So I think they're gonna make changes for the better, and just that's that. I mean, they have to. They have no other option. All our feedback is out there. Everything we want is out there. They just have to capitalize on it. And this could be a really good Call of Duty, guys. It has potential. I have faith. But that's it, guys. 30-7. I believe I had 28 confirms. So it's not like I was camping. Because I know I got those confirms. But anyways, guys, what do you think? If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it. Make sure you subscribe to 402 Thunder's main channel as well as his community channel here at Thunderstruck Gaming. And if you like what you see here, you can come over to my channel at youtube.com/dlav. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good one, fellas.